Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well and welcome to today's video. Today I'm answering the question of, can a lawyer actually be arrested? Seen with Advocate Teffo. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. He was arrested not so long ago. The advocate who's representing the accused in the Senzo Mayiwa case. We all saw that happening before media in court, and so I'm going to answer the question: what happens when you get arrested? What's the need for umboshwa? Can a lawyer actually be arrested? That's the final question that I'm going to answer. So let's jump into it. Don't forget, none of my videos constitute as legal advice. If you are looking for legal advice, please consult somebody who is certified to give you legal advice, somebody who's an attorney preferably. How can the peace officers or the police officers secure one's appearance or attendance in court? There are actually 4 ways of getting an accused person to court. Because the purpose of an arrest, by the way, is to ensure that you actually go and answer to court the case that's being laid against you. That's the only reason why you get arrested. Any reason for getting arrested before your trial has actually taken place or before you pleaded guilty or whatnot. The idea is for you to answer to, keep on getting notifications. The idea is for you to get to court and answer to the case that is being that you are being charged. So first things first, you can be arrested by means of an actual arrest, taken to custody, where police come in with their vans, arrest you, tell you all of your rights, and put you in a van and take you to the police custody until the time that you attend to court for the first time. The second way is through arresting you through summons. How does a person get arrested through summons? Summons, I have a book in front of me here, by the way. Arrested by summons in terms of Section 54 of the Criminal Procedure Act. Here it says that where there is no reason to assume Uguti, the accused, would interfere with state witnesses, so state witnesses, or would flee. So if it was a man, that's how you just get summons. Usually if you are a cop or if you've been arrested and your matter was withdrawn, usually called back through summons. So you've attended all the matters and then it ends up being withdrawn. So when they call back the matter, maybe they got delays, and then when they call back the matter, usually the best way to do it is through summons because they already know you. The third one is through getting a written notice. It's ticket. You see the ticket that you get for, while a lot of people got these during COVID-19 times, they would have a notice as to when you should appear in court. So that's a written notice. That one is given when the peace officer or the police officer is of the assumption that the court will give you a fine, and the fine has to be less than 5,000 rand. So that's when you get that. So it's basically fine. They tell you the date that you need to appear, and yeah, that's number 3. And then the fourth one is when you have a warning, and then police give you a warning, tell you to come to court on a certain day. 18, they tell you that you are wanted to come to court on the 23rd. That person is arrested, but agazange akhokhe bail or anything. So those are the 4 ways of actually securing an accused's appearance in court. Now, before we get too far, one can be arrested with or without a warrant. That's the question that many people always ask. Where's the warrant of arrest? Can I get a warrant of arrest? Without a warrant, in terms of Section 40 of the Criminal Procedure Act, the peace officer can take a person into custody when there is a reasonable suspicion. Doesn't mean that there is an actual case, but there's a reasonable suspicion and the court doesn't have to be certain that you committed a crime, but there has to be a suspicion which, no man, this person actually did something wrong or did this, so they take you and they take you to custody. That's another way of taking you to custody. And then with a warrant, justice of peace or a magistrate will issue a warrant, a written warrant that on application by Ipoisa or the public public prosecutor or the deputy director of public DPP director what. Anyways, yes. So when they want an arrest and they say that, no, can we have a warrant of arresting this person who've completed investigations and this is the person that we want to arrest. So then the police will come with their warrant. They don't come with the warrant, obviously. Maybe so see, that's the difference. All right. Now we are here. Can lawyers, advocates, attorneys be arrested? The answer is yes. We are all equal before the law. Doesn't matter what profession you are. Doesn't matter that you are an officer of court, because attorneys and advocates, legal practitioners are also officers of the court. They can be arrested. They are arrested. There are many that are arrested. There are many that are in custody right now as we speak. However, because of the nobility of the profession, you'd see on social media how this was condemned by the Chief Justice, the chairperson of LPC. So many people condemned the act that happened of arresting Advocate while he's still performing his duties in court. So yes, they can be arrested, but there are certain issues that you there are certain ways, especially that one was so theatrical that you could see that there is a certain motive. I'm not saying there was a motive, but you could see that this was done on purpose, and most of the time, if not all the time, attorneys or legal practitioners have their matters called through summons. A written summons, this person, they at some point going to be coming to court. So usually they issue summons unless there is a reasonable suspicion that that person will flee. I don't know what are the merits in Advocate Teffo's case. I do not follow it. I do not follow it in any way. But what I do know is that didn't taste well, especially because that person was representing people. Those people that he was representing, how do you think they would, how would you feel when, as a person, then you hear that while representing you? Doesn't make sense. It's scary. It's a scary thing that was done, and it's something that I don't think should have happened, but it happened, and that's that. So as a lawyer, especially as a candidate attorney, we are at a very critical time where we have to watch what we say, have to watch what we do, especially when we are around cops, because they have the upper hand. The only time that you have to speak would be when you are answering to your case in court, and you don't want it to get there. So if you are in the wrong, I'm not saying that you are always in the wrong, but if it happens that you are in the wrong and you have a potential of getting arrested, the first thing you do is not tell the cop that you know your rights, you know who and who, you are an attorney. They get mad when they hear that. So the first thing that you do is humble yourself, ask for an apology, be calm, listen to what they are telling you, ask them for clarity on things that you do not understand, and don't tell them that you know your rights. Yes, you know your rights. Just be observant at how they're arresting you. Observe how did they read you your rights. Observe all of those things, but don't tell them that I'm a right, because they can make your life a living hell. First of all, they have 48 hours to charge you. Today is a Wednesday. Only charge you on Friday. You've already spent 2 days in court, in the waiting cells, not charged, only being charged on Friday. it's still within the law. They have to charge you within 48 hours, and some are cop, they could do that. Some are mean, they could do that. So be mindful of that. When you're getting arrested, especially when you're getting a notice to appear in court, rather first appear instead of paying the fine there and there. First appear, hear what the court has to say about the fine that you get. Whatever you do, this is not legal advice. If you are looking for legal advice, please go and speak to an attorney. And one last thing, always have a lawyer in mind when you're getting arrested. If you're getting arrested, hopefully you have a lawyer that could come and do your bail at jail. If it's a matter that's within those schedules, they could come in and do your bail there and there. If it's a matter that's not within those schedules, they'll see them in court on the day that you're appearing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative, and I hope that it answers the question that I've been getting of, can an advocate actually be arrested? The answer is yes. Even a former president can be arrested, but there are different ways of securing an arrest. There are different ways of securing an attendance to court. The core reason for an arrest is to secure an attendance to court so that an accused person could answer to their trial or answer to the case that they're accused of. All right, I've been speaking. This is my second video today, by the way, so I've been speaking a lot. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you on my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.